俺はルフィ、海賊王になる男だ。
Is a great day here at Kekfila's YouTube channel. I'm your host, the Kekfila, and today I have for you a guide on pre-questing for Horde turn-ins. That's right, the famous alliance guide that I have made. I have now made Horde because I have a 25 tune and ready to bust open these quests just for that content for you guys. But before I jump into the actual goo itself, I first want to say thank you so much for liking the video if you've been liking it. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like it, and please share this video to all your friends that definitely want this sort of guide or this kind of interesting thing. I'm trying to bring value to you in your Warcraft life, and if I can bring more value to your friends, then I really appreciate you sharing that love for me. So without further ado, let's get into the goo. Essentially, all this guide really is kind of a copycat of my alliance guide. And I do want to have little comments about it. I'm going to go in depth of the whole spreadsheet and how to make your own spreadsheet. And the whole purpose is having a good, clean route. We don't have to go around the whole entire world. I will say the travel time for this one, I haven't tested yet. When I will test it in a video shortly, it is much longer than the Alliance one. The Alliance one's a little cracked, a little too good. But this one, actually, you're able to get a little bit more experience, and we're not even counting any residual quests off of this. You can actually do quite a bit, and you can definitely get pretty far into level 27 with that travel time. And that experience, actually, you're able to get around 95,000 plus experience from turning in 20 quests. It's actually to be more like 32 quests because of quests you get to pick up or items you'll pick up. And I'll go over all the things you'll want to do in order to have this. Some of these quests you may have already done, and I actually give you options, and you can map out your own way. And I'm kind of going to show you the best way to map out your own way on this little document. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Some prerequisites I would suggest having before you have all these quests done is actually knowing that donation of wool, donation of silk. That means it's 60 wool and 60 silk per faction. So that's a total of, well, per faction, that's 240 silk and 240 wool cloth. If you do all four, which you want to turn in all four, that's 9,200 experience overall. And you can turn that in whenever. You can save this for the next turn ins if you want to wait till level 40 when you go from 40 to 50. I would suggest turning it in. You'll have Mage Weave anyway when you get to 40 to 50. So I think it's more valuable now than that later. But absolutely, I think this is a pretty neat way to do things right now. Get that quest experience now. And other things you'll need as well is just to know how much experience you're going to need from each level. And I kind of mapped it out here. From 25 to 26, you only need 34,000 experience. From 26 to 27, you'll need 36,400 experience. And then 27 to 28, you need 38,900 experience. So you just need a little over 70,000 experience just to get to 27. At the same time, you will also be able to visit maybe your trainer in Thunderbluff or Orgrimmar and get some training as well for your class. And on top of that, I guess the major thing is how far will it be? How much experience is all this? I know it says 114,000 experience, but that's with all these quests. I will tell you that if you do a really good route here, you're going to get about 95,000 experience just from quest turn-ins alone. And, you know, that's well into level 27. And, you know, you're just do a couple dungeons, you're going to be 28, and then whatever, just do more dungeons at that point. Doesn't matter, right? You just grind, up to you. But this is like a good pre-grind you can have set up for yourself. With that, I'm going to walk through this entire sheet in its entirety. And I do have one over here as well, and I'll show you this. But first, you're going to go to File. When you first get this, I really suggest you do this. Go to File, make a copy, and you can just call it whatever you want. You can call it My Copy of Horde Guide, whatever that is. And essentially what that will do is it'll make an exact copy of this so you can edit it and take away certain things or put things there. For example, I have these orange, red, and green things on here, and I will I'll control C on here, and then I'll put a control V. That shows that I haven't done it yet. That's just for my personal thing. Or red, I've already completed it and I can't turn it in. Or green, I have it ready to turn in. Like, you have that quest already all done. And that's what I like to do, specifically for me. But I'm going to go through all the quests here that you can do, and then an additional things you need to know about the sheet. So first of all, anything labeled in gray, this gray background over here, is a quest that's like, oh, I get to pick up a quest when I turn it in. Or, well, I just click on this item begins a quest. There's a lot of these for Horde, a ton of these. But there are a few quests, like Elixir of Agony here. You'll turn in the 4th one. You won't turn in the 5th one. And the 4th one, well, the 5th one, you just go up into a basement and then do that, right? But you turn in another quest, and then you'll pick up this quest. And that's kind of what the idea is for Elixir of Agony, the 5th out of 5th quest. And also, there are some quests here, and I probably should label this in red as well. If the quest is in red, it means you probably need some help, right? Probably need 2 to 5 players. There's probably more quests on here I don't know about that you will probably need at least a few players' help. But it just depends on what you're looking to do. And with that, first, I'll go kind of in detail, and I do label these out in the with Wowhead. Okay, so first of all, you have Dangerous, and you'll want to just get this quest completed. This quest is actually pretty difficult. You're going to be doing another quest, the Battle of Hillsbrad, anyway, so don't focus on this too hard. But you're going to need help to do this one, but you'll pick this up and get ready to turn this one in. And I believe to pick this one up, you have to actually start with, actually, no, you get it right away. So you're going to turn this quest in, but the next quest you're going to want to have ready is actually the Battle of Hillsbrad. This quest is really good. You're going to do the very far end of it, because the follow-up is going to be an Undercity follow-up, gives you quite a bit of experience, and it's pretty easy. But it's going to be very hard. There's 5 quests you have to do beforehand. Well, I guess the 6th quest you'll do. And it's a lot of elites over here. This might take a full 5. This will take a full 5-man group, and it's actually going to be pretty tough. But for that reward, it's pretty rewarding. You're going to turn in this quest and then immediately get the Undercity follow-up, which you'll turn into Undercity in a moment. Next, you have Souvenirs of Death. What's going on here is just a simple quest just a kill quest. Elixir of Agony, 5 out of 5. This quest you're going to pick up and then turn in. It's upstairs in the inn. I did leave, I think, I did not leave a video, but it's pretty simple. It's in the inn. It's a little carpet. So you'll pick that up and then turn it right in at that carpet. And then 5th, Blood of the Innocents. You're going to pick this up and then turn that in. When you turn this quest in, it'll give you a follow-up to go to Thunder Bluff. It's not actually a lot of experience, this one, but the follow-up is worth it because it's over 3,000 experience if you include the Thunder Bluff follow-up. So, going forward, I would suggest actually flying to Sepulture. And this is what I'm doing. You can turn in Aragol Must Die. This is 3,300 experience. It's a lot of quests for 1 experience. And you're going to go to Undercity anyway. So it's a little bit of a detour, but that's just what it is. You're going to go to Sepulture, and then you're going to fly to Undercity. With Undercity, you have the Book of which you can do. I'm not going to be doing this one, but it's pretty close. But you're going to turn in your follow-up from Undercity. I would suggest not turning in the cloth, and I'll go over the cloth later as well. But from here, you're gonna be done with Undercity, right? You're going to do Undercity. You're going to turn in those quests you have there. Mostly it's for this follow-up. If you didn't have that, you could just Hearth. And we're going to Hearth anyway. And the Hearth is going to be set to, my suggestion, is going to be set to Free Wind Post and 1,000 Needles. There's going to be a lot of hard quests you're going to do here. And it's going to be, Free at Last. You're going to pick up and turn this in. This is an escort quest, which is pretty difficult by yourself. And then at the same time, as you do that escort quest, there's this quest, which is Wanted Arnak Grim Totem. I suggest as well, the same time you do this quest, Grim Totem Spying. And I think this one's super worth it. You do have to do a pre-quest for this, but it's pretty simple. Just killing the centaur. Kill a centaur, come back, get this quest. Ready to go. And then last quest you'll have is Homeward Bound. This one's pretty simple. It's just an escort up here at this hierarchy matrons. Actually, I'm probably going to remove this quest. So that's something to think about. Do not do this quest. You can maybe find another quest. Maybe you will actually do the Book of Ur. Now I think about it. So Homeward Bound, I'm going to erase from this from now on, but because the quest turn in is at a very bad spot. You're not going to run all the way there to turn that quest in. So next, what we'll do is after those few quest turn-ins here, you're going to fly over to Camp Tarajo. You have a quest here, the new ore sample. And I do want to say this is a really funny quest. It's actually a very frustrating quest for most people. And that's the one where you have to get that unrefined ore sample from these little diggers or surveyors. And what you're going to want to do, actually, you're going to want to watch them, wait for them to dig. There was a Wowhead comment. Please read the Wowhead comment about this, by the way. You're going to wait for them to dig. And as soon as they wipe their brow, they're going to be able to drop that ore. So wait for them to wipe their brow, kill them, they'll drop that ore. Apparently it works every single time. And so get that already ahead of time. And then you're going to also turn in Betrayal from Within. You may have done this quest when leveling. It's where you turn in Locke's skull, bring Locke's skull to Thork. And let me see here. So, this might be, you'll turn in this one. Betrayal from Within. You'll turn in this one, which gives you 1,500 experience. Would then let you turn in this one. This is also another quest, actually, I might choose to not do, now that I think about it. So I'm going to add a little question mark here. Because essentially, you could just take this quest, the follow-up, when you go there, and then fly up to Crossroads. And so that actually frees up 1,500 experience. That might be, I might choose a better quest than that. But again, that's kind of why we're doing this. You're gonna get a good idea of what you want to do, especially when looking at this. Here's the juicy part. There are 4 quests you can turn in that you can pre-turn in. I unfortunately already did one of these when leveling because I was a derp. And essentially, you have Washti Pond, you have Owatonka's Tailspike, Lakota Mani, and Harvester's Head. I will say Harvester's Head is really frustrating. He is a rare in that zone. He's a Silthic creature. You can wait for him as long as you want to. It's from the Harvester. And you may not get him, but 2,400 experience for a pre-quest turn-in is freaking juice. So take that as you will. I suggest if you're going hardcore, do that. If you don't care to wait that long, this could take like all day to get that. So from there, you're going to fly up to Thunderbluff. You're going to have 3 quests turn in. Black Fathom Villainy, which is a quest I believe you pick up in the Argent area of... he's a dead man in the cave, basically. Then you'll also get Steel Snap, which is a hard quest you'll have to do as well. And then the Sacred Flame. You'll actually only do the first part of the Sacred Flame, because this one actually gives the most amount of experience compared to the rest of them. The rest of them do not give much experience at all, even though follow-ups I don't even think are amazing, to be honest. But yeah, this one's nothing to snuff at. Just to take a little look here. Yeah, that's basically it, right? So from there you'll turn in the Sacred Flame, and there's also going to be a follow-up you'll turn in from up above, the Thunderbluff follow-up. At the same time, you should be level 26. You only need 34,000 experience to get to level 26 from level 25. And you should be 26. You can turn in both your wool and your silk. Now, I will tell you that it's 650 experience and 1,650 experience needed for each of these. And, well, that's what you'll get. You get to be level 26 to be able to turn into Silk Cloth. So that's quite good. You'll be level 26 at that point. So you'll turn in that wool and silk into Thunderbluff, turn in the rest of the quests, and then you'll fly to Crossroads. There's only going to be one quest in Crossroads, which is just a simple follow-up from the Camp T quest. The next quest you're going to go up to is actually going to go to Splinter Tree. You have a lot of quests here you can turn in. There's a lot of options. And so you may have already done some of these. So you'll just take a look at these. You have Satyr Horns, which is just killing satyrs. You have Freedom to Rule. This is a pretty... I did this quest pretty easily. There was a group that was doing it up in that little corner cave. There's a couple other quests you'll do up there. Stone Talon Standstill. I probably will do this one now. I wasn't going to do it before, but it might be worth it now that some other quests are just droppable. Warsong Supplies. This has some backbone to it. There's quite a few things. You have to pick up an oil, you have to pick up a rope, you have to get a blunderbuss. You'll trade into that, and then also go to Booty Bay to get the axe. There's a YouTube video showing you how to get all 4 items there. Ashenvale Outrunners. This quest is not worth doing, in my opinion, but it's there as an option. And then Torix Assault, which you do already. You pick it up down here in Ashenvale. You'll do that little escort, and then it's pretty simple from there. You'll also run down and turn in the Lost Pages, okay, which is pretty good experience there. 3650, which is actually our highest experience quest, and you don't even have to turn it in beforehand, so you'll have to have that. Next, you'll actually want to accept, if you haven't already, then your flight pass. Accept all your things in your bags, like Befouled Water Globe, the follow up, and you'll follow up that into Zoram Strand. Okay, that's a follow up, but you'll do that, and that's just an item you get from. Actually, I think it's from this elemental over here, the Befouled Water Globe. Next, what you're going to do is go to the Ashenvale Hunt, and you already have this pre-turned in. This is kind of a little funny thing here. You'll have to pre-turn this in. You just talk to him saying, I'll do the hunt. And then you want to go and farm these 3 heads. It's Shadumbra's Head, Sharptalon's Claw, or Soul's Paw. It's just kind of like those other items. And you can accept these later. And when you turn all 3 of these in, after that's done, you can do the hunt completed. This is an insane amount of experience just for these 3 quests. It's really 4 quests all in one. And it's extremely juiced. Like, the Splinter Tree area is non-skippable. This is an insane amount of experience just from this area, as you can see, and it's fairly simple. The next place you're going to go to is you're going to fly up to Zoram Strand. And at Zoram Strand, you have a quest here, Old Gods, but I actually suggest not doing Old Gods. I'm actually going to kind of copy-paste here. Well, I guess I'll leave it there for now. Essentially, I suggest just getting the Damp Note and turning that in. This 2750 experience is good, but there's a free 1300 experience from the Damp Note, which you can farm from these priestesses up here, right? It gives 1300 experience. That's actually really good, and you don't have to have a quest already. I give you a couple options here, but basically you're going to turn in King of Foulweed and Vorsha the Lasher, and then you're going to have a Strange Water Globe. You actually get this one while in BFD, and you get this from Baron Aquanus. Baron Aquanus, he drops this for you. That gives quite a bit of experience. Again, this is one of those quests where you pick up and turn it in. And then from there, that's it. You kind of just want to go through what 20 quests you have, what ones you want, what's your best route. If you have teleport, if you don't have teleport, at this point you can fly over to Ulgrimar and turn in the cloth turn-ins, and then go from there. I do want to show also my Horde tune and what his version is. I actually did this sheet a little before, so it's a little sloppier here, and I actually wrote down here what my plan was entirely. And essentially all it really is turning in quests to Tarn Mill. And I was able to count all the quests I have. These are the quests I have done, quests I don't have done. But I'll turn in the quest to Tarn Mill, fly over to Sepulture, fly to Undercity, turn in those quests. I don't do the cloth turn-ins because I'm not 26 yet. I'll hearth over to Freewind Post, turn all of these in. I'm probably going to not accept one of these, I believe. I think it was a Homeward Bound, so I have to erase this one now. And then from there, I'm going to fly up to Camp T. In Camp T, I'm going to turn to Rithban Ore and Betrayal from Within. From there, I'm going to fly over to Thunderbluff, turn in the follow-up, and I actually even have like a whole thing written out here, and do the cave for that follow-up. Then you'll do the cloth turn-ins. Then you'll do the Sacred Flame, Black Fathom Villainy, Steel Snap, and then you will fly to Crossroads. From the crossroads, we're going to turn in the one quest we have. And then we're going to fly up to Splinter Tree Post. From Splinter Tree Post, we have, of course, all these awesome quests. Probably going to have to re-add one of these quests because I have them. Probably just this one because I have it already done. Blackstone, stone, still. 2,000, okay. And then from there, I'm going to turn in Ashenvale Outrunner. Well, turn in all these quests in. Lost pages, come back up, come back down, turn in these pre-quests already, and then fly over finally to Zoram Strand, which I turn in the follow-up I have right here, the damp note that I accepted, the strange water globe that I accepted, turn in Vorsh the Lasher, King Foulweed, and then probably done. I'm honestly going to be prioritizing my Alliance tune, I believe, this time around. And, you know, looking at this, is this 90,000 experience just from these quests, right? So I calculated all that. That's going to be 90k experience. So I'm definitely going to be far into level 27. And it just takes some fly time. From there, I'll fly down to Ogremar, probably turn in my rep for this. I'll probably just be, you know, maybe a few thousand experience short of this. But essentially, that's all the pre-quests I have set up for you guys. And there's even more if you go even hardcore, but I didn't find like traveling that much fun. And from there, people are just going to be doing all the quests, or not all the quests, but all the dungeon grinding at level 28 up to 40. I hope so. If so, then they're just grinding out regular mobs, which seems to be a very common occurrence. People are used to grinding now, but that is essentially it. I do appreciate you all. If you've watched this video, make sure you guys, again, leave a like if you're liking the content. If you're finding value in it, subscribe so you can get some more value. And again, share that video to your friends so they know what to expect and know what to do for the next phase. And maybe make that group with them so you can, you know, be down to group together. Again, see you all in the next video. Ciao.